In this tutorial, we are going to talk about the Snap and Socket tool in SimLab Composer, which would allow us to build and organize components in VR. What we have in the scene are 3 kitchen cabinets of different types, and we are going to use them as an example to demonstrate how to implement sockets and how sockets interact with each other. From the Interactions menu, select Snap and Socket. In the Snap and Socket dialog, you will find 2 tabs, one for socket creation and the other is for the socket system settings. Sockets are components that are added to objects, and when these sockets get in close proximity of each other in real time, the objects that they are attached to snap and stick to each other, based on the socket's location and orientation. The first option is to set a socket type. Socket types define a group of sockets that would exclusively interact with each other. So for example, we are working with kitchen cabinets that are placed on the ground and not wall cabinets. So it would make sense to create a unique sockets group for those cabinets so that they would not also snap to wall cabinets. Click on the plus sign and type lower cabinets, then click the check mark. Now open the groups list and select the newly created socket type. In addition to socket type, you can also define a polarity for the socket, where negative sockets attach only to positive sockets and vice versa. But for this example, a socket group would suffice in controlling the behavior of snapping, so set the socket polarity to none. As for snap angle, it determines the angle at which the object would rotate around its normal axis. If set to 90, it would allow for the cabinet to rotate in a 90-degree angle around the other component. In this example, it's preferable to set it to 0 since cabinets shouldn't rotate around each other, but I will keep them at 90 for demonstration purposes. The Auto Socket Placement option would calculate the boundaries of objects and place a socket at each side instead of having to do them manually. You also have the option to set the alignment of the side sockets to either be towards the bottom, the top, or at the center of the object. Lastly is the option to make the object we are creating sockets for to be grabbable. Select the 3 cabinet units and from the Snap and Socket dialog, click Add Socket. As you can see, 6 sockets has been added to each objects on all sides, and the sockets are placed under each assembly in the object tree, which means that whenever the object moves, the sockets would move along with it. The main component of a socket's position and rotation is the red arrow, which should always point outward in relation to the object. This red arrow would dictate the alignment of objects. So once an object gets close to another object and both of their arrows are pointing to each other, snapping is triggered. Press Ctrl and Enter on the keyboard to run the VR experience. In the VR viewer, right-click in desktop mode to display the grabbing hand, then hold left-click to grab one of the cabinets. Now, as you can see, once one of the cabinets get in range of the search distance, a semi-transparent ghost would appear in the closest socket location, indicating that the object you are grabbing can be placed there. Release the left-click to snap the cabinet in its position. Notice how these 2 cabinets are perfectly in alignment since their sockets are aligned at the time of creation. You can snap objects to all available sockets that are attached to objects, and the example we are working with, cabinets never needs to be placed in front of each other, so we might need to remove the socket in front of cabinets. Grab the corner cabinet and snap it to the other cabinets. Notice that there is an offset in placement, and the cabinets are not perfectly aligned. This is due to the fact that these cabinets have different depths and therefore the side socket do not align, which is something that we can fix. Go back to SimLab Composer. If you were to look at the 2 cabinets to the left, you will find that the sockets are aligned automatically since they are placed at the center of each side and both those cabinets are identical in dimensions. But if you were to look at the corner cabinet, you can see that it clearly has more depth to its dimensions, so sockets that are placed at the center of it would not match a socket placed on a smaller cabinet. What we need to do is to simply align those sockets in reference to their objects, and we can do that by moving the sockets to the back edge of those cabinets instead of having them at the center of each side. Select a socket and press 5 on the keyboard to enter snapping mode. Now start moving the socket towards the back edge of the cabinet and you will notice that the socket snaps to the edge with ease. Select the opposing socket on the corner cabinet and move the socket towards the edge as well. Since cabinets in general are placed next to each other, we are going to move all the sockets that are placed to the sides, ensuring that they are positioned at the back edge of the cabinet. To prevent objects from snapping in front of each other, you can select the sockets in front of the cabinet and press Delete on the keyboard to delete them. You can do the same for the sockets at the top of the object, since we also do not want to stack them on top of each other. We are going to keep the sockets at the back of the cabinets since we later are going to use them to snap the cabinets to the wall. Run the VR experience to see the effect of the modifications we have made to the sockets. As you can see, all cabinets now perfectly align with each other without any offset. Additionally, cabinets cannot be snapped in front of each other or on top of each other since we have deleted the correlated sockets. Now that we are able to snap cabinets to each other, let's see how we can snap them to the wall to have perfectly aligned cabinets. Go back to SimLab Composer. What we are going to do is to simply add a dummy object that we are going to use as a marker and add a socket of the same type as the cabinets to it. From the Create menu, select Shapes, then select Draw by Dimensions, and then select Plane. Set the dimension to a small value, a value of 0.2 would be fine, and then click OK. Make sure that the plane is selected, then press N on the keyboard to activate Snapping to Object, then click on the wall to snap the plane. Rotate the plane to be parallel with the wall, then snap it again on the wall. Rename the plane if you wish, to distinguish it from the upper cabinets marker that we are going to create further down the tutorial. Now we need to add a socket for this dummy marker that points outwards and has the same height off the ground as the sockets on the other cabinets. From the Interactions menu, select Snap and Socket. Disable the Auto Sockets placement and the Make Object Grabbable option and click on Add Socket. You can see that a socket has been added in view, and all we need to do is place it on the wall and have its red arrow pointing outward. Rotate the socket if needed, and press N on the keyboard, then click on the dummy plane to place it there. Now we need to match its elevation or height with the rear sockets on the cabinets. Select a rear socket on one of the cabinets, and from the Properties panel go to the Transform tab. Select the third field, which has the Z position or the height of the socket, and press Ctrl and C on the keyboard to copy that value. Then select the wall socket and highlight the third field, then press Ctrl and V on the keyboard to paste the copied Z value and press Enter to apply. The location of the wall socket does not need to be in accordance with the dummy plane. What only matters is to align it with the other sockets in the scene. Select the wall socket and from the Properties panel go to the VR Snapping Socket tab to ensure that the socket has the right type matching the lower cabinet's type. Run the VR experience. Before we proceed to a more practical example on how to use sockets, let us quickly overview the socket system settings. From the Interactions menu, select Snap and Socket. In the Setting tab, you will first find the search distance. The search distance is the distance at which socket detection triggers in VR, so once an object with a socket gets in the search distance of another socket, the snapping ghost will appear, and you can snap the objects to each other. The max angle option determines the allowed angle between two sockets that would trigger snapping. Setting the angle to a very low value means you need to align the object as much as possible while grabbing them to enable snapping, while very high values would allow objects to snap more freely, regardless of their orientation. The obstruction distance controls the ability of a socket to function when there is an object nearby. This option would not allow multiple objects to snap on the same socket, as well as prevent an object to be placed on sockets that are near other objects. So for example, if a cabinet is near a wall, the obstruction distance would not allow another object to be snapped to that socket. Next is the option to generate system automatically. This option would automatically handle snapping and ghosting mechanics in VR. If you are an advanced user and would like to create the snapping mechanics in the training builder yourself, then disable this option. It is, however, recommended to leave it enabled for most users. Lastly is the snapping ghost option and the ghost alpha, which enables or disables the snapping ghost and controls its opacity. Now that we have explained the basic functions of sockets and how to use it, let us move to a more practical example of building a kitchen. Select the 3 cabinets that we used in the example and press Delete on the keyboard to delete them, and navigate to the right corner in the scene, towards the cabinet's dispensing machine. We are going to use this machine in VR to create cabinet units and then use those units to build a kitchen. The machine has different buttons with images of different cabinet units, and we want the button, once clicked, to display a cabinet unit of that type for the user to place in the kitchen. In the object tree to the left, you will see multiple objects that are hidden. These are the cabinets that would appear once the buttons are pressed. Each of those cabinets has a corresponding button on the device, so when the user, for example, clicks the image of a left corner cabinet should appear, and so on. The first thing we need to do is to add sockets to those cabinets. Select all the cabinets from the object tree, and from the Interactions menu select Snap and Socket. Notice that the current socket type is the lower cabinets type, and we have different types of cabinets, some of which are upper or wall cabinets. So what we need to do is to first select the lower cabinets among the units and add the sockets to them with the lower cabinets type. Make sure that the Auto Sockets Placement option is enabled, as well as the Grabbing option, and click on Add Socket. Click on the plus icon to add a new socket type, and name the type Upper Cabinets, then select the newly created type. Now select the remaining cabinets that are to be installed on the wall, and with the Upper Cabinet socket type selected, set the socket placement to top instead of bottom and click on Add Socket. Select the first cabinet and press I on the keyboard to isolate the selected cabinet. Now all cabinets have sockets according to their type, where ground cabinets have the type lower cabinets, and wall cabinets have the sockets with the upper type, and are top aligned. Now we need to adjust the alignment of sockets for all the cabinets, similar to what we did before in the example, as well as delete sockets that will not be used. Once we are done with adjusting the sockets for all the cabinets, we can proceed with the cabinets creation mechanism on the device. Click on the first button on the device that has an image of a left corner cabinet and open the Training Builder. In the Training Builder, create a node-triggered event and attach the button to it. We want this button once clicked to create a copy of the left corner cabinet and to show it since they will all be invisible at the start of the scene. Select the left corner unit from the object tree and in the training builder right-click to display the search menu and type copy. Now navigate in the menu to Responses, then Seeing Node, then Node Management, and select Make a Copy. Connect the response to the event and attach the left corner unit to the response. Since the source object is initially invisible, the copied object would be invisible as well, so we need a node to show the copied object. Add a Show and Hide response and attach it to the response before it, and then attach the copy channel from the copy node to the Seeing node in the Show and Hide response to show the copied cabinet. We now have a simple interaction system in which, once the first button is clicked, a copy of the left corner cabinet will be created and will become visible. Run the VR experience to test it out. As you can see, now we can create multiple copies of the cabinet by repeatedly pressing the corresponding button, and what is left is to create events for the rest of the buttons. In SimLab Composer, open the Training Builder and select the 3 nodes we have created, then press Ctrl and C, then Ctrl and V on the keyboard to create a copy of these nodes. Now select the second button and attach it to the event instead of the first button, and then select the right corner unit and attach it to the response instead of the left corner cabinet. Create another copy of the nodes and attach the next button with the next cabinet and do the same for all the remaining buttons. Once you are done, you should end up with 15 event systems each for a button on the device. One last thing remains before running the VR experience, which is to create a marker for the upper cabinets similar to what we have for the lower cabinets. Select the lower cabinet's assembly, which includes both the plane and the socket, then press Ctrl and C on the keyboard to copy it, then change its name if you want. Press 2 on the keyboard to display the transformation arrows and raise the newly copied marker. Now select the socket in the upper marker and from the Properties panel to the right, go to the VR Snapping Socket tab and change the socket type from lower cabinets to upper cabinets. Run the VR experience. The Snap and Socket tool is an essential feature for assembling complex setups such as labs, kitchens, or intricate layouts. It ensures precise alignment and seamless organization, making it perfect for demonstrating detailed concepts to clients and empowering clients to create and visualize their own designs with ease.